The world is. The world is. The world is. The world is.
Yes, sir.
This is the Let Us Become Sharper / TNS podcast. And we focusing on the world is. The world is. Now, y'all gonna see it posted. Y'all gonna see it going up and down. Your timeline, my timeline, their timeline. You're gonna see it
Everywhere.
You're gonna see it everywhere. The world is.
You always seen it. You just didn't know you saw it.
Powerful. So now we coming in. Yes, so welcome to another episode of Let Us Become Sharper / TNS podcast. TNS stands for the Thursday Night Society, the most powerful. And I want to speak on a Thursday moment where we just had Saturday night. Saturday. Don't get confused from Thursday and Saturday because we Thursday night every day. So Saturday we come in, I was chilling, and I had my brother, shoe ambassador Marcus, come knock on the door. So when he come knock on the door, I'm sitting there, I'm looking, he like, I saw your truck, man. I just, come through.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, what's up, man? He said, nah, man, just checking on you. I was like, all right, well, I had a bottle, whatever, I'm like, what up? We drinking or whatever. And he was like, well, I was just getting something to eat on my way home, but sure. So we go through that and took it to the FaceTime in the chat group.
Yes, sir.
Once we FaceTime in the chat,
pull straight up.
We put FaceTime in the chat group, pull straight up. So members start popping up, pulling up, and the FaceTime went crazy. And it's just, I say all this to just give you an example of the camaraderie and the positive energy that the Thursday Night Society embodies. And I just want to let that be known. So yeah, TNS. So Let Us Become Sharper / TNS podcast. And we've been working on something new that we're going to, like I say, y'all going to see us soon.
The world is.
The world is. The world is. So yeah, we're going to get right to it. We sipping that De Leon.
Anejo. Shout out to Brother Love. Diddy, holla at me.
Yeah, De Leon. We sipping that De Leon Anejo. And I'm going to just sip, man. Perfect. So we're getting right to it. We've been having a few things go on out here. The society has just been moving the way we move, moving and grooving, and I love that.
Yes, sir.
But my brother called me. My brother Thursday night, Reno, hit me up early. He said, "Look, man, what we gonna do? What we gonna do on the next podcast? We don't call and have conversations about what we're going to do on the next podcast because we're trying to figure out what to do on the next podcast. We call and say, what are we doing next go round? Because we got so much to do and so much to talk about that we have to select from the universe, from what it is, how we going to do. So I told him, I said, listen, I've been working on something. I was talking to a beautiful young lady. Okay. Maybe about a week ago. Shortly after the last podcast, I was talking to her, and she was kicking it with me. She was talking, she was saying whatever she got to say. I'm talking to her, we have a conversation. I just got to drinking, so we sitting there. She said, "Look, I was kicking it with her." She said, "Look,
the world is." Did she say that?
She didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. All right. So I'm kicking with her. I'm letting her know, like, look, positive energy is the way to go. That's basically what I was telling her.
All right.
And explaining to her, and she was kind of interested in hearing that. She was trying to hear what I was really talking about as far as along the lines of what positive energy embodied. I was like, listen, this positive energy thing is what I'm all about, and my podcast. And I gave her the link to go check it out on the YouTube. And I said, look, check this out, and you'll see, because we're the hub of positive energy. And she was like, I ain't never heard nothing like that before. I said, well, yes, you have, because you just heard it.
Right. And tell her the Toxic Avenger is here.
I told her all about that. So I'm like, watch all of them, but, just check them all out. So, I checked back with her. Hopefully she did. But, yeah, the hub of positive energy. So that's how our topic today came to be. We're talking about positive energy and the hub of positive energy and being at the apex as an apex predator at the top level of positive energy. But how did we get there? This is a question that's going to be asked. You got Reno, you got CJ out there. Now we popping off all of this. I'm just even talking to a young lady. I'm just talking to her. We just casual conversation. But I'm saying this to everybody that come in contact with. How are you high level positive energy? How do you become the hub of positive energy? How does Thursday Night Society just exude this just radiance of positive energy in such negative times and such negative under such crazy everyday circumstances? How do you constantly keep this up consistently? So now that brought the topic today.
Yes, sir.
Just like what we discussed. We are the hub of positive energy, but how did we get so high in the game with that thing? What was it in your life? Who was it in your life that set the beginning, set the benchmark for you to take that energy and become who you are today?
Ooh.
Who is that person? And
wow.
we're gonna give this topic
to a couple of
podcasts, because we're gonna go one person at a time. Now I got my person. I'm gonna tell you, the person that came up was so dynamic, but I want to hear, I know yours is too. I want to hear from you, brother. Who was the person who started you in this game, in this high level hub of positive energy game? Who got you started in this, bro?
First and foremost, I can't say it was one person.
Okay.
Right. So for me, I would have to say it was two people.
Okay, two people.
And it was bread at home.
Okay, at the crib.
My grandparents.
Your grandparents.
Shout out to my granny. You know, if you know me, you know my granny. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And my grandfather, he passed when I was in high school. But like, that was it.
That's who did it for you.
That's who did it for me. Like, they have a slew of guy kids. They just connect to a lot of people. Right. They give my grandma like 87, like, and she sat on that porch right now, and she give anything to anybody at the drop of a dime. Okay. Food, clothes, money, whatever. Like, so, you know,
your positive energy.
My positive energy came from that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, it was just like I was able to watch that, like, and watch the fulfillment that they got from helping being positive and giving and right. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I live like a kind of double entendre, because, you know, being in the other situation, you know what I'm saying? But through the whole situation in my whole lifetime, I always been a giver, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I always been a big homie's big homie, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
I'm understanding what you're saying.
I always gave more than I got.
Thursday.
So I will have to give it to my granny, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather, like, most definitely.
So your grandparents. So here's what I want to ask you, and I'm gonna put you in an interview. From an interview standpoint, I'm gonna ask you this. Now, you've already put them. We got a time capsule that we're working on, like we said on the phone. We got a time capsule that we're working on.
All right.
So the time capsule going to go from the point of origin. That's the capsule, and then we're going to span from that beginning point all the way up into present day, and then we're going to go to the future. So we got past, present, and future. But we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna stay there for a minute. Now, the question I want to ask you in that moment, right in that little pod, in that capsule, in that hub of positive energy, give me. I want a specific something that happened that woke you up, because we kicking this hub of positive energy. We real strong with this, and I've been saying it to everybody, every pastor goer. So now everybody come in contact with. So now what I want to do is I want to recreate, since we the masters of positive energy. Okay. I want to recreate those moments in time. I can remember when. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I expect. You know, everybody have those expectations. Everybody has them. So since everybody has these expectations, what we do, and since we the centerpiece of positive energy, we can actually outline specific times where I can tell you why I'm like this.
Oh, I got one. I got one. Like I got one that's so powerful for me.
See, now that reaction, that's what I'm talking about. The one because that reaction right there, when people come and say, I want to check out and see what this hub of positive energy is all about, this high level positive energy that you speak of, that's the reaction that we want them to get. We want to be like, oh y'all, it's really like that. So that instance, while we in that moment, tell me about that specific.
So this particular instance was a birthday.
A birthday. What? Your birthday?
No,
it was just a birthday.
My grandmother's birthday.
Your grandmother's birthday. Okay.
May 15th.
May 15th. Right.
So, like, she, I want to party. This was before my grandfather passed or whatever. So she like, he like, what you want to party for? Like, she like, cause I want to give. So you know me at this point, I'm probably like 11. Yeah, 11, 12
you lost.
So I'm like, give. Yeah. And the look on his face was, holy shit. Like he knew it was about the cost or whatever. So he like, give what? She like, I want to give a good time to all my family and friends. So I said, man, you know, as a kid, I'm still like, oh, well, people come over all the time. They always have parties. We got nice basement. We had pool tables, all that shit. So it was, I'm like, give what? You always giving. Somebody always eating in here. Somebody spending the night.
Even at 11 years old, you noticed that.
Yeah, so I'm like, give what? So she's like, yeah, I want to give a big old party. I want tents up the driveway. I want this and that. I want everybody I know to just be able to come and enjoy themselves no matter what they got going on this day. So I'm 11, 12-ish. I'm like, damn, like it ain't even about you for you.
Yeah.
Like it's about the other people. So the day came, we had all the tents, street was blocked off, all the neighbors, everybody, family came from out of town, all over the country, all this. And she had, you a music buff, and some of the listeners' music will be music buffs. Carl Carlton. Bad Mama Jama.
Bad Mama Jama, yeah. Carl
this is what make this stand out for me.
Carl Carlton.
He came and sung Bad Mama Jama. This is right around the time when the movie came out. I forgot the name of the movie that they was singing. They redid the song with Foxy Brown, the rapper.
I want to say Players Club.
No, definitely not Players Club.
Players Club.
It's definitely not Players Club.
How to Be a Player.
How to Be a Player. Bill Bellamy. Shout out Bill Bellamy.
How to Be a
Player. So he sung that song, I want to say 20 times that night. Like I don't know another Carl Carlton song in my life, but I do know that people of all ages, even me as a little kid, like I was out there like, yeah, she a bad Mama Jama. Yeah, and at this point, I don't even really get the ramifications of bad Mama Jama to be, to be exact. But it was amazing. It was amazing. And I watched how everybody was full, not necessarily on food or beverages or libations or any of those things, just on life, on camaraderie, on just being able to co-mingle and see people they hadn't seen in a long time in a safe space. Like, and then I realized in that moment that I grew up in a safe space.
Yeah.
To some degree, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because
so you're used to the safe space,
because the
whole safe space thing is nothing foreign to you.
No, so that's why I was able to recognize it
when we was talking
with Thursday night.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying? Because I watched my grandmother and my grandfather give a safe space to so many people.
This topic right here was amazing.
So, like that was it for me though. Like once I seen that, and as a kid, like it always stuck. And I used to be like, and crazy enough, I have never had a party. I've never thrown a party or any of that stuff, right? But that was it for me. I was like, oh, I want to throw a party. I want people to feel like this all the time. So because I'm not necessarily like a party thrower kind of guy, it was like I transferred it into the rest of my life. And I was like, well, I just want you to feel good. I want you to be getting money. I want you to be fly. I want you
in your own way.
In my own way.
Transferred that
was the
energy
way that I could do it. But in my mind, it was like, I want life to be like a party when you're around me.
Wow.
For the last whatever years,
now,
15, 20
how
years.
Many years.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted people to feel like it was a party. Like we here and we welcome, and it's love, and it's libations, and it's females if that's what you want. It's a good time. It's trips. It's partying. It's late nights. It's whatever it is. Whatever make you feel good.
It's available.
It's what that gave me.
It's around.
And it's what I tried to exude all of these years,
man.
Like more than anything, like a lot of people thought it was like money for me. Like, no, I just want you to have a good time. I want you to have a life-changing experience. I wanted you to be able to be like, man, I remember this one time when we was at such and such, and man, that was crazy. I ain't never done that before, or I ain't never done nothing like that again. So that came from that night, and that was it for me. Like, honestly,
wow. That's what we were looking for when we established that's what the topic was going to be. That's what I was looking for, and we want to take that. We already put the grandparents in there, but that's what I'm looking for.
Well,
the specific. I didn't have that. No, we got it right now.
No, I didn't have that though when you.
Yeah, we got it right now. We got it right now. We got it in the organic. I want that specific point where positive energy overtook you, so we can understand why you are the way that you are today and why you consider yourself a leader of positive energy. Because being a leader of positive energy is something that I find important, and it's something that I feel that we've mastered, and that's why we can actually, say we are a hub of positive energy. To be more precise, I could say we are the hub of positive energy, but we're definitely amongst the highest level. If you want to be around something fly, you come around here, and that's just what you do. So I'm glad. I appreciate that, brother. That right there is exactly what I was looking for. We're going to take that. We're going to put that in the time capsule, and we're going to take the time lapse from then to present day, so people can understand who we are and why we are the way that we are. This is why you're the way that you are, because they showed you this time here, and that stuck with you.
Yeah.
So you're looking for it. You're still reliving it. You're redoing that moment in current and present day. So let me tell you one about me. So I'm gonna tell you. So the hub of positive energy. Okay, here it is. Now, one day I was at the barbershop. Okay.
Which barbershop? Because you don't have so many. Like if we being specific, we got to be specific.
Okay. I can't be too specific on this one.
Okay.
So I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll say this barbershop. This barbershop was on Woodward.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And this barbershop was 20 years ago.
That's good enough.
So 20 years ago on Woodward.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. 20 years ago on Woodward, I was in the barbershop. So I'm in the barbershop. I was riding by. I saw this barbershop at random. And when I saw this barbershop, my braggadocio, my ego couldn't fit in this room. So when I saw this barbershop, I said, man, wait a minute. Whoa. Who opened a barbershop in my city? Okay. Because I had never saw this shop before. It was just there. And I looked at it and I said, who opened a barbershop?
What part of town was it on?
It was in HP.
What part?
It was on my side.
Oh, okay.
It could have been on your side.
I was asking.
Who opened this? Who had the nerve? The nerve did not check with me. So I run
because you was like that.
Oh, it was like that. I'm saying, so I come waltzing up in the barbershop. I'm like, yo, how long y'all been here? It hadn't been that long. It was months. I don't know exactly how many months, but it wasn't a year.
Right.
Oh yeah, we been here. I said, oh yeah. So okay, y'all got a chair available. So it's around my end of it. They said, oh yeah, but I didn't see no chair available. So I'm standing there, I'm looking. I'm like, all right, well I'll be back Monday. It was a guy in the first chair. So when I come in, the first chair was open. They fired the guy. They said CJ's coming. They fired Dog. Dog is out of the shop. They fired a guy. That's why I like this. They fired a guy.
Listen. I need some love.
Yeah, that's why I love this this podcast. Ooh, we finally got a platform where we can kind of talk about. Fired him. Oh, you got the role. You right here. See, I'm like, all right, so I'm right there. So now I'm in the first chair.
Okay.
So now I'm going. I'm just doing me. First day I probably had like 35 people come.
So same thing with them when you there in that shop during the day, man. Stop letting these motherfuckers know what time you gonna be at the shop.
No, I got there, and this was an odd day too. No, I got there in the morning probably like 9. I didn't leave at like 8:39. Okay. So I'm all day.
Oh, you was faster then.
I was faster then. And 20 years ago, we didn't have facial hair.
Right, that wasn't the thing.
That beard, you didn't have a beard. Right. We didn't have kids. And all of this going on. So I'm doing that. Come back. So I'll be back tomorrow. Come back the next day. Did almost the same thing. So I'm leading up to something, not brag. So I lead up to something, working like that. So one day I was in there. This was a couple months in.
Okay.
I'm in there. I'm doing what I normally do.
Right.
Big crowd around me. I'm working. I saw a guy. I never saw this guy before in my life. Never saw him. He's one of these people. If you ever heard Frank Lucas describe Bumpy Johnson, I've heard there's an interview. I can send you the link. I know when he describes Bumpy Johnson, it's just like he takes you into this, like you in the movie almost. Yeah. This is how this guy looked. He looked like Bump Johnson. He had like in that the gator shoes and this long like fur coat and a hat like a fedora on, like some type of expensive Henry the Hatter type hat with a feather in it. And I didn't remember seeing a cane, but he could have had a cane.
Detroit player.
He was a Detroit player, old school Detroit player.
Okay.
And he was looking at me like this. He just looking at me. He watching me like this. I ain't never seen him a day in my life. Ain't no haircut, ain't none of that. He just looking at me. And he was talking to someone, but I couldn't see who he was talking to. Nobody was responding to what he was saying. He said, yeah, this one right here. See, he about his business. Yeah, him right there. He a real hustler. He gonna be great. And my man walked out the door. This guy that I'm talking about walked out the door and had one of the coldest Mercedes out there in the front, hopped in that boy, and was gone.
Ain't never seen him again.
Never saw him again. Never saw him prior, and I've never seen him again. This is going back to about 2000. What we in 22? I want to say 2001, 2002. Now we're gonna put Dog that I met within just that little time span in the time capsule for what he said in that moment. They don't have no moment like that. That's why when I'm around, I try to live up to those words. What he said.
Because that was a message from the ancestors.
Because that was a message from ancestry. That was a message from, I don't know who the message was from, but that was a message. And when you come around me, that's why I keep it so high level positive and so fly, because I was told by a guy who and I'm looking at somebody like they fly. A player.
A Don Juan, a Fillmore Slum, an Iceberg.
Came right in the middle of the barbershop and told me this guy right here about his business. He was talking to somebody else though.
Right.
This guy, you
thought he was talking to somebody else. That was how the ancestors. It was supposed to look like he was talking but it was for you. You know what I'm saying?
And he was pointing at me because you right there.
He hit you with the boomerang.
The way you I've been watching you working. The way you working, man. I'm telling you, you really going places. Talking to me like that, and that type. I lived all the way to present day, live up to those words.
So every time you grab them clippers,
every time I do anything, I'm thinking about those words. He said, he told me I was a true out of everybody in there. No, one guy just got fired. You know, he wasn't no player.
Yeah, he
wasn't no player. He wasn't no player. He wasn't a player in the game. But my man stood right.
Matter of fact, hold up. We're not gonna do no pollution. He was a player. He just wasn't a player for that team.
He was a player on the b-ball court. He didn't play for the Golden State Warriors like Steph Curry.
Hey, you know, everybody can't.
Or the Greek Adetokounmpo. He wasn't one of them players.
He played though.
Yeah, he played.
You know what I'm saying? He played. You know what I'm saying? We can't, you know.
Just to know, this is the reason of, you know, why we say we the hub of positive energy. It ain't just something that we're saying. We got real life testimonies. Anybody out there listening or hear this, think about somebody significant in your life that helped shape you to be the person that you are today. Think of someone, and you don't even have to say it. Just think about it and say, you know what? Okay, yeah.
Sit with that. Like, sit with it. Yeah, sit with it for real.
Just sit with that. The hub of positive energy. Okay. So we got that covered. Man, that was dynamic, man. I appreciate, listen. How many times have you told that story?
That's the second time.
Not many.
Second time. And I told that in a super, super private space.
Yeah, not many.
But the thing about that story and the thing about those people is it's not nothing that I'm, you know, like it just never arose. It just never, it never, you know, came to the time. Because I definitely want to get her roses. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I was unfortunate to be able to give him his roses while he was living. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely give her roses daily.
Yeah, well, he hear you. You know, he hear you in the weirdest.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like.
Yeah. We appreciate that, and we're letting people know why we boast, why we indicate, why we say that we are the hub of positive energy, high level positive energy.
Because we are.
Yes, we are. So
the world is. Before we say anything else, let me say it again to y'all. The world is.
No, the world is.
The world is.
We're gonna continue with that one as well. So I want to real quick put in the I want to let everybody know that the sponsorship platform is up. We're going to have a link and a QR for the sponsorship platform. You do not want to miss it. We're not doing too much sponsorship on this particular podcast, although we take, you know, all sponsorship, but we're just not focusing on that. We have a whole platform for that set aside, and we'll have the link and the QR code set up for that. So very soon. So yeah, I want to let you know that all cash is verified. That's something that we always have to say every episode, every podcast. We have to let them know that all cash is verified, and what that means is anything that we receive or anything that we give, it has to be verified. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. So, man, that's powerful, man. Like I say, that's beautiful. I'm glad that we got a chance to go over that and the time allotted. I want to put out the Thursday in Place. Thursday in Place is something that we do because we got a Thursday night society. We always put our Thursday in Place option out there for you to just, you know, you're not going to come to the shop with us. You know, it's a safe space. You
can come to the shop with us though.
Yeah,
just be properly prepared.
See that they in their mind they feel that they prepared. They gotta go know what that means. So we just gonna have
no. We listen. This is inclusive.
It's inclusive.
So pull up.
Okay, hey, pull up then. Hey,
pull up. Like we not.
Reno said pull up.
Blocking nobody out. Pull out. Pull up. Everybody is Thursday, and anybody can be Thursday. Not everybody will, but anybody can.
Anybody can.
So pull up.
Okay, well, pull up. We say that then.
Pull your Thursdays out. Pull up.
For those who don't pull up, we will have you Thursday in Place.
I'm Thursday in place right now. Look at it.
Oh, of course. We have you Thursday in Place. So what we want you to do for Thursday in Place is we want you to keep that positive energy going. Anything that you feel is positive energy, display that on Thursday night from the hours of 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. We just display positive energy. We're gonna move into the real core interests and core mechanics of the Thursday Night Society. But for now, because of the subject matter, because of the topic, We just want to put positive energy into, we want to harness it and put it into a specific time frame and a specific bracket. I know it's hard to have positive energy. Trust me, I had 1,000 reasons to not have positive energy before I got here.
Definitely.
But guess what? How can I be a king and a master and a hub of positive energy, not being positive? So that's what we're going to say. We're going to keep positive energy on Thursday night. Whatever you feel is positive energy, or in other words, good vibes. You know, they say good vibes only, positive energy. How you do? We want to put that in place.
That's a bar on the east side.
Well, what's the name?
That's a bar, good vibe. That's a bar on the east side.
You ain't never been. I want to.
I haven't, but
you ain't never been.
I haven't, but you know, I know the people.
Okay, you know people. Okay, yeah. Well, we're gonna do good vibes and we're gonna do positive energy, all on Thursday night at 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. So for those hours, whatever you feel is positive energy and good vibes, we want you to just exude that. We want you to just demonstrate and show significant other, family, or just yourself. You want to just spread good vibes and positive energy and the delightful aspects of your life. We want you to share those with great people. Okay, so that's the Thursday night in place. I feel that we covered a lot of ground. We're gonna revisit this. Because there's more people that got to go in here. We just starting off, but now that we got this established, how we doing it, we're really gonna have to go back and really find what made us the way that we are today.
We got 2 dynamic weeks coming up. Let us say that.
We got 2 dynamic weeks
closing out. Let's say that we got 2 very dynamic weeks coming up. Week 6 and week 7 will be dynamic. Please tune in. Don't miss out.
Oh, they're gonna tune in. They're gonna tune in, and when you see what we've done with the sponsorship platform, you're really gonna tune in, because it's not just no normal thing. I mean, this is gonna be really spectacular. So we appreciate that. Be safe out there. We always end with be safe out there.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for coming out, and God bless you.
Thursday night society. Let us become sharper / TNS podcast.
Be sure to focus in on this positive energy thing, because it's good. These times we living in right now, it's getting crazy. I mean, it's just getting really crazy. So we need
church, the hospital, the school.
I mean, it's just crazy. We can't even outline every specific thing, because the negative energy, it'll be like when you watch the news, you just see negative energy, you want to turn it off. So we're just going to say, be careful out there, be safe out there. To everybody that tuned in, we appreciate you, and let us become sharper.